Welcome back, guys, to another late night cast. Tonight's episode is going to be about something that we all have a problem with. About actually a lot of things in the world. About expenses. That's the topic tonight. Expenses. And now we're going to have the two normal people tonight. Well, I'm going to let them introduce themselves. Let me bring them on in. DoMo, you're first. Trifesta, you're second. Give it some time. They'll be in here. She'll be here. She's loading. She's still loading. There we go. That's the first introduction.
I exist. Hi.
But you know who these fucking guys are. DoMo and Trifesta have been in the last, 3 now? Is this the 4th episode? 5th episode? I lost count.
I think it's 4?
I think it's 4. Yeah, I think it's the 4th one for you guys. Yeah, because Logo's in the first one. You guys weren't. But yeah.
I'm the one that got the
but tonight's topic...
interesting, logical responses.
Yeah. But today's topic is about expenses. About fucking expenses. Like, is shit going up too high these days?
Fuck money.
Is shit too low? Exactly. That's why I would say fuck money. Why can't I just shit in a fucking tube and fucking turn my shit into money?
You can technically on certain websites.
I mean, because you're not a.
Well. I mean,
yeah, what Try said.
Well. Yeah, that's a whole different spectrum of making money at that point. That's a little nasty, but. But I mean, I guess you could make money. Yeah, you could actually.
There's a lot of ways you can make money. There's a $4.99 a minute.
There was a thing.
I hate expenses though. They really suck. It's like once they get my paycheck, it's immediately gone. It's really annoying.
Oh yeah, the fucking taxes. And then you don't get much back in the tax return. Is a sad thing. Which, fine, whatever. I don't care. But Jesus Christ.
No, you don't get much shit at all. It's quite horrible. Saving is just ridiculous. And of course, if you have animals like me, you have to count up expensive with animals, and then set a little bit aside just for the pleasure fund. You know what I mean? Like going out to dinner.
Yeah, well, Ariel and I are eating from the fucking Dollar Tree. But yeah, it's
the
not
only
even
place I have ever found that I would be able to afford is a 1-bedroom apartment in Florida that has no air conditioning or windows.
Oh, you just want to live next to the loco, don't you?
No, that's the only one I can afford on my budget. Because
places everywhere are expensive now.
Electricity and all that other shit.
The problem is, it's because of overpopulation anymore. It's just too much fucking people. So, we gotta start charging them, start raising the prices. Alright, well, I always had the theory, if you start raising the prices, you gotta have to start giving us fucking raises, which they are, but slowly than ever.
Yeah, but also, price of everything is going up. I mean, the price of milk over here is $5, $6. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, yeah, it's fucking... Well, actually, that's not bad. It's $4 for me, but still, it's too much.
I remember it when it was $2 and change.
Fuck, I remember back in my day when it used to be 75 cents.
It making me feel old.
Back in my day.
I mean, things were a lot, cheaper back in our day, but,
No, well, it's because of overpopulation. That's how it's all happening. It's just too much.
It's not just that. A lot of people are demanding high. Yeah. A lot of people are just demanding more money too. So they're like, "Oh, people demand more money. Oh, let's just raise minimum wage," but not understanding that every fucking thing else is going to go up.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's like every time I go to the grocery store,
the more money that rich people have, the higher the average cost of everything is.
That's not even, the only reason why the rich is because they save their money. So, alright, you own a company.
Not necessarily.
That's pretty much how it works, though, because how it usually works, they have the money, but they don't want to give their employees, they don't want to fucking really give the company or the building any more money than it has to.
Most of their employees are considered rich too.
No.
The thing is because they're able to spend more money on
I don't feel
average.
rich when I'm working
The
for any of those
average price
companies.
of everything goes up because there's people willing to spend that much money.
I mean, I see what you're trying to say there. You're doing it more in that matter. But if you look at it in financially, of how somebody's spending their bills, like somebody could be making like fucking $15 an hour in a multi-billion-dollar company, but they ain't paying their bills. You know what I mean? And say they never had a loan, they don't have anything. They're just trying to pay fucking mortgage or just rent. That's it. You know, and that's how fucking it's too high because they don't want to give them more money, which they should understand that. I don't know why companies don't understand that we have to live. That's what I don't understand.
I don't care.
Well, yeah, it's the thing. They don't care because they say, oh, well, we got to pay the bills and keep the lights on. Or this, and I'm like, so do we. We need to get the money.
That's why I don't work for corporate companies anymore.
I don't like working for any companies, honestly, because I don't trust any fucking companies because working for a company is working for an individual. When you work for an individual, you're basically working under their rules, their regulations. So
Yeah.
that's why self-employment or not even subcontracting. Subcontracting is even shitty because you're still technically working for a boss, but not really a boss type of thing.
No, yeah, I get that. I mean, I work for kind of like a mom and pop family that's trying to expand, but the good thing about it is that he lets us grow in our own way. Like, he lets us, like, make a lot of the decisions where he asks us, like, what do you think of this? I mean, he is a hard-headed, kind of guy, and he is, has his own opinions, and sometimes he treats us like we're nothing. But at the end of the day, he'll still be like, oh, do you really need $20? Here you go. Here's extra $20 for like groceries or something.
Yeah,
no one really asked, but he would do that type of thing. So I mean, it's certain mom and pop kind of companies, but self-employment is pretty good. It's just it's really difficult.
It's very difficult. It's very, even as a subcontractor, it was very, because I did it myself. It's very difficult nowadays. It's just very difficult.
I mean, even just trying to like be independent. I mean, Mr. Fiance, like, he's, trying to write a book, but, it's hard, because after, like, he completes it and everything, who knows if he's going to get signed or anything.
Exactly, exactly. It's a risk. It's a risk.
The
That's why
world is...
What was that, Trey?
The world is built around making it nearly impossibility of people to start their own stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's built in to how the economy works and how society works in general. If you're new to something, you're ostracized regardless. Like, it's literally just how high school is depicted in fucking movies.
Pretty much.
Oh, I feel you on that one.
Well, that's why I just wish we all had an apocalypse.
Oh god, there wouldn't be any money. There would just be trading.
No, there'll not be. Well, trading, but more killing than anything.
There's only two ways to make a decent amount of money these days if you don't have what everyone wants, and that's to draw furry porn or be a welder. And that's it.
Hold on. You draw the line between furry porn and be a welder?
Not the only ways.
No, those are the two easiest jobs to do to actually make money. Because they require very intricate work that a lot of people aren't willing to actually fucking do, but a lot of people want it.
Yeah, well, neither is being a phone sex operator either.
Yeah, phone, or any kind of porn business if you think
I know
about it.
some people that do that.
Yeah.
I thought of
DoMo
doing
does
that
it.
shit. $5 a minute.
Oh, I thought you do know already, DoMo.
The business is slightly on the decline because of all the e-girls and shit, but...
Well,
yeah, that's true.
The impasta e-girls.
You go to TikTok and people are just sucking on mics, just showing their tits. Ugh.
Tits.
That ASMR bullshit. I don't know why ASMR is just so, like...
Yeah, I know.
I get it, but a lot of people are making money off of it.
Yeah, because I made a couple of ASMR shorts on YouTube. I'm like, how did this get like 2,000 views? I was just washing my fucking car. Like, how? Or like locals say, how the fuck did Brutality get 2,000 views on cutting the grass? Like, what the fuck?
You know, I really personally think that ASMR is just so popular just for the fact that, you know, you're hearing something that you want. So if you're doing an ASMR, if you're washing your car, people listen to it, be like, man, I wish I had a car. I'm going to listen to noises about it.
It's a little bit of that, and it's a little more like interest. Like, it just puts you more in a relaxing mood. Like, you know, I should just wash my car. Something like that. It's like, you get a lot of vibes to it. I think you just get a lot of vibes to it. But it's like a relaxing vibe. Unless you try.
There's only two kinds of ASMR that I will listen to, and that is target practice with thrown weapons or guns.
Well, I was throwing axes.
Because impacts are satisfying.
Yeah, the last axe video I did, I fucking hit my phone off my target. I'm like, oh, out of all fucking times, really? Really? Dead on, I hit my phone.
I don't think any ASMR is really too enjoyable. I watch it because of how crazy it is every once in a blue moon, but then after about like the 1 minute mark, I just kind of...
I don't watch any of it.
I'm going to watch something else.
Yeah, I can't watch any of it. I really can't. I don't know, I think...
So when they specifically say that it's ASMR, it's usually crap.
Usually.
Because it's like oversaturated sound and all that shit.
Exactly.
I'm talking about watching like archery tournaments and stuff, because hearing the actual impact of something that somebody's doing is satisfying compared to like crinkling bags of fucking chips and shit.
Well, yeah, you know, no, that's different there. You know, that's
it's
actually
actual work that
that's work.
Is satisfying.
Yeah, crinkling a fucking bag of chips, that's not ASMR, that's just bullshit. Wait, hold on. This has nothing to do with fucking expenses.
No, we just trailed off to ASMR.
But then again, I mean...
making money off of ASMR.
People are making money off of it, yeah, that's the thing.
I mean...
That's why that hashtag ASMR is so much fucking views on it.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like if you're, you know, decent looking, if you got a good voice and you got the right attitude, you can make money doing selling or doing pretty much anything.
We had Robotic Richard in the audience. If you want to join, you can put your hand up, Richard. Tonight's episode, as you can tell from the title, is expenses.
Yeah, not ASMR.
No, yeah, not ASMR. What the fuck we've been... Even though ASMR is a really poor problem of fucking profit, but yeah. Fuck, I'd rather have somebody fucking show their dick or tits on stream, for God's sakes, for money.
Woo!
Okay, so you want to know the secret to making money in this economy?
What?
Don't get a high diploma, because you can't do shit with it. Go for something menial level, because if you go for management or higher, you can't get anywhere.
No, you're not. Even if you be low management and you're the lowest man on the stick, you ain't gonna get nowhere.
Degree, like... No, the thing is, my dad has degrees in business management and all that kind of shit, but he ended up having to become a truck driver because no one will fucking hire you.
You know what? It's just, yeah. Because, well, see, my problem is, I worked in the company for 5 years, another one for 3 years, tried going for like a fucking management position, no degree, nothing. Tried going for it, they wouldn't hire me, but no, just because I didn't have the education or fucking whatever, they didn't hire me. So I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah, but they want to pay you extra for having that education in the first place.
What do I need the education for? Shouldn't I just know the company and how to manage? Am I wrong?
Meh.
I just never went to college. I said I could be successful without it. Fuck it.
That's exactly how I was with college. See, college to me is just one of the biggest waste of fucking money. I told this to my ex-girlfriend, but she refused to listen to me. Told it to a couple friends, but they refused to listen to me. It's just a big waste of money. Because all it is just the government saying, "Hey, give me some money so we can, we'll make you smarter." They're not making you smarter. They're just making you do extra classwork and homework and fucking get a certificate at the end of it. Are you actually learning something? Maybe in a technical school, maybe you learn something because you're actually doing something. Maybe though, I still disagree with that too.
Technical colleges are the ones that teach you stuff people actually need to know.
Oh yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Or people actually need the services of. That's why I said things like welding and shit. Like, there's always going to be more welding and more mechanics because it's not like cars are going out of style or anything.
So, well, unless we go flying, but.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
And like engineers can make bank, but also engineering is just complicated enough that there's already enough people pretty much doing that.
Yeah, that's true. Everyone thinks that, just go into engineering and they'll be okay.
Yeah, it's...
What you want is electrical engineering and general mechanics, and then you can become a fucking smart car repairman.
Well, yeah.
Still make minimum wage.
I usually hear that, but sometimes I hear go into the medical field. Be a doctor, be a nurse, or be a practical nurse, or be a licensed practical nurse. Or
becoming a doctor or a nurse is just as hard as becoming a fucking rocket scientist.
Oh, yeah, no, I know with the doctor.
Like,
definitely with the doctor.
You can only go so far. The higher that you get, the less needed you are.
Yeah.
See, I don't know, that's a little debatable.
If I ever was a fucking doctor, I would never want to work for a fucking company. I want to work for myself. I want to be my own fucking, what the fuck's that? My own practice type of thing.
Yeah, you just rent out a building and then you just get people to
even that.
Work for you.
Not even that, because there was a show on based on that. He was just a concierge
real
doctor.
Bank though, like one of the most dangerous jobs out there that makes a shit ton of money is welding pipes in Alaska.
Yeah, that's true. Oh man.
See, welding. Well, see, welding's not. It's not even just welding. It's fabricating what it is. So when you can fabricate anything, and anything needs to be put together.
Specifically welding.
Well, yeah, that's what it is. Fabricating.
Well, no, just like getting certificates of welding, you can go to Alaska and get paid shit tons of money. Fabricating as a separate thing because it requires more skills than just welding.
Oh, yeah.
Can also make you money, but not for as little work as it requires to get a certificate of welding. Like, the extra amount of work is just you relearning a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, we should stop talking about how to make money.
And how to save money at this fucking point. How do we even save money? What's the best way to save money? DoMo, you start.
It's just budgeting. I mean, I kind of plan out all my my bills, like rent, electric, water, my credit card bills, and then I kind of set aside, for grocery shopping, animal, expenses, and,
budgeting.
It's pretty much just budgeting. It's nice because me and Mr. Fiance, we get paid on, different weeks. So I'll get paid one week, and then he'll get paid next week, and then so it's a little bit easier in that sense. But I am more consistent with my paychecks than he is because he's retail working hourly. You know what I mean?
Yeah. See, budgeting is the way to go, and not a lot of people can fucking budget nowadays. Kids always say, well, I have no money. I'm like, well, I don't know. What did you spend your money on? Oh, I don't know. I got this fucking $500 at a shopping spree. I'm like, why?
You want to know some expert budgeting skills?
Okay.
I get paid about half of what the cost of living for a month is in my area. It's not enough to rent anywhere, so that's off the table. So I pay my family rent. I set that aside at the beginning of the month, and then I just try and make whatever money I have left over last for the rest of the month. Or I buy a bunch of really fun shit at the beginning of the month and just accept that I'm going to pay myself.
Well, see, sometimes we all deserve something special and something nice and all that stuff, but some people just go OD.
I still have to find something to make me happy.
Oh, no. That's what I'm saying. We all deserve something happy. We all do.
No.
It's just some people go overdo it. Is what I'm trying to say. Try like some people like go over the top. Like they say, I gotta go on like this $500, $600, or $1,000 trip sometimes. Like why? How much money you make? Oh, not enough. And then they realize they come back. I'm broke. Why? Or they go to the casino and then fucking wonder why they're broke. Hey, just do.
Let me be content, and I will live my life.
See, for me, it's the little things that make you happy. It's the little things. The little things that they can be the cheapest. They can be $1. Like I can get a gumball and I'll be happy with that. It's the little things in life that make me happy. I don't know what your guys, how much. Like I don't know if money pays happiness for you or just something pays happiness for you guys.
Money should not bring happiness.
Shouldn't. It's very greedy.
Sometimes you require money to receive things that will bring you joy.
Unfortunately.
It fucking sucks.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Saving money makes me really happy.
Yeah, that makes me happy too. When I look at my shit, when I do my budgeting, worst case scenario everything. Like I round up every one of my bills. So at the end of the month, I'm like, yeah, I saved like $100, or I saved $200.
There you go.
Yeah, I always round up everything I have. Round up.
If I have a lot of money, I'm angry. And if I don't have enough money, I'm angry. So either way, I'm pissed off. I fucking hate money.
Yeah, money's evil. It's the roll of evil. It really is. And it's like my dad always says, money's what keeps the world going around.
Save money, so the fuck are they for?
Just keeps the money going around, or the world. Money keeps the world going around.
Fortunately,
even when you go
money
to fucking a third world country,
going around.
Yeah, it does.
That's gravity and physics.
Oh, okay. If you want to get technical, Mr. Technical Trifesta. Theoretically speaking, money makes the world go around.
Money keeps some people happy and everyone else fucking tired of life.
Until you go like fucking like a third world country and they're fucking a US dollar. This is like $100 to me. And
yeah, except for guess what? You can't spend that anywhere anyway.
Can't. I don't know. That's the thing. They actually can't unless they go to because I know there's like we have U.S. treasuries around the world. We really do, so they can transfer that shit and get their money and all that.
U.S. treasuries that hold absolutely nothing.
What? Well, yeah, because everything's digital nowadays. I don't think we have any more. Do we even have any gold anymore?
No, we haven't used gold since like the 1900s.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's copper. It's where it's at now.
It was like 1980s. We ran out of gold.
And you know the sad thing is with copper, DoMo? How old's your house, DoMo? If your house is pretty old, you might have copper underneath your sink.
I probably do, but you know what? That's why people keep saying, keep your pennies, keep your older pennies. That's all. Yeah, that's mostly copper. Well,
my dad used to have. Cause he's a plumber. He has scrap copper. What he does, he melts it all down. Takes it to the scrapyard, gets money for it. He gets a decent amount of money for it too. He gets a lot of scrap copper.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm saying keep your pennies. Also keep your pennies too.
Oh yeah, the penny right now is like worth like $5.
Yeah, I mean, find some like collectible coins.
All of the oxygen.
Bottle all of the oxygen. I like those spray cans. The spray air.
I use that to spray out.
If they don't want me to eat and drink, then I'm not going to let them have oxygen. Not air, specifically oxygen.
Try. Maybe you're not making a mini bike at this point. Maybe you're just making a big giant vacuum cleaner just to suck all the air out of the earth.
Yeah.
Vacuum cleaner wouldn't do that. I'd have to get like some sort of special molecular fucking sieve.
It'd be a fancy vacuum cleaner.
The vacuum pump.
How much would it be?
To fucking...
Would it be too much?
Isolate the oxygen out of a chemical compound. There wouldn't be any, There'd literally be no water on Earth either. Just fucking chill out.
Speaking of fucking water, that's another thing that drives me fucking nuts. You didn't realize water and food has gone up in the last like 5 to 6 years? It's gone up really bad.
Last 2 months.
Well, yeah, exactly. It's gone up higher and higher every fucking month, every year, every
Like,
fucking...
The thing is...
It's like $5 for a bottle of water.
They poison our fucking water.
Exactly.
And then they make us pay to have it cleaned. Like... I can understand... You know, big cities and all that shit. It's bound to get bad water. But it's everywhere. All the water's fucking contaminated.
The thing is, you know those filters?
So they make us pay for what should be a basic right.
See, what I do, I get mine through the tap, but I get a fucking one of those filters from the store and filter my fucking water. And I still don't think that's enough. I still think there may be something in the filter.
Yeah, but you still have to pay for that shit.
Exactly, that's the thing. You're paying to filterize your water, so you're not retarded and don't fucking get manipulated. Oh, sorry, did I get a little too fucking deep there?
Life. No, we're literally paying just to be alive.
Exactly.
And
yeah, exactly.
They're not giving us enough money to actually do that.
I'm gonna start eating fucking dirt and grass out in the yard.
There you go. Might find some good mushrooms too. Who knows?
No, because you still
I'm dead.
have to pay for that shit too.
It's right, because you're paying rent. You're paying rent.
Fuck that, I'll go to my neighbor's house and eat their shit.
Yeah, no, you have to pay a lawsuit because you're on your property.
You still have to pay regardless of whose house you're at.
Even your taxes pay for your neighbor's house. That's what I always think about with taxes.
None of it matters.
Because with taxes, you realize, technically, the way you think about it, so we pay taxes, right?
Yeah.
We pay for a little bit of everybody's things. A little bit. So technically, we all own the same thing. Because our tax money went into something where it could have been on a transport part. It could have been on a road work. It could have been this. It could have been on fucking the building that was built. It could have been on a construction. It could have been on anything. So technically, we own a little bit of everything. And then there's just that 100% ownership that we own. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel ya.
So technically, we own a little bit of everything.
This world is mine and everyone is borrowed.
Exactly. It's like, technically, are you guys on a phone or a laptop right now? DoMo, try. Phone?
I'm at a desktop PC.
So basically, I own a little bit of your desktop, try, and DoMo, I own a little bit of your phone. See that? Or technically, you guys own a little bit of my computer. It's just like, it's weird. It's weird the way you think about it.
Our tax dollars are getting wasted right now.
With COVID. Our tax dollars are always fucking wasted every fucking year.
Yeah, but it's getting really wasted with the COVID vaccine. It's like, holy shit. I can't even, explain how much we throw out all the time.
Okay.
And what pays for that? Our tax dollars.
Know how I am on disability and all that shit, right? So, according to the way that the government views people, we are worth half of what the price of living is. So that's thinking a little bit. People are worth half as much as it costs to live.
Here's the thing. I find that fucked up in two different spectrums. One, they're basically saying you're not even a human being. That's the fucked up thing in the humane way.
Yeah.
But in the economic way, that's fucked up because I think you should still work even on a disability. I mean, that's my opinion. Even if I had no arms, I still should expect to work with a fucking pen in my mouth. But
no one will hire you.
No one will hire you. That's the fucking problem. And that's what gets me mad. Like, if they're willing to work, or they're willing to fucking get out there and fucking, deal with the pain they got, let them. Just let them. If it whatever makes them happy, whatever
here's the thing.
makes them comfortable.
They have they have rules about how much money you can have in your bank account. They have rules about how much money you can make before they take all their funds away and then charge your. They will take money out of your paychecks until they make everything back that they had given you over time. If I could make the amount of money required to hit those limits, I wouldn't need to be paid by the government. But then there's plenty of people that are either just lying or they have jobs that pay them thousands of dollars a month, and it's just under the table.
Yep.
So it's like,
That's the shit. That's shit that grinds my gears.
It's too hard to track all this shit,
and they
don't think of things like soap. They don't think soap is a necessity. They don't think utilities at all are a necessity.
Toothpaste,
they only
a
care
toothbrush,
about rent, clothing, and food. No, you can't have any.
But they don't even look at they don't even look at food as a necessity no anymore. That's the thing. I mean, they're fucking raising the food up like we should.
No, food and water is supposed to cost you $50 a month.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Well, fucking bullshit on that. Bullshit on that.
I think.
I don't even spend $50 in a week. I spend like at least a fucking $100 in a week. Because I'm a fat fuck, but well, that's what I'm saying. It's fucked up. They don't even look at food as a necessity. So wait. They want us just to pay them money. So at that point, it's like, I'm telling you, I mean, let's just say the United States, for instance, and we don't have to say the world, but let's say the United States, for instance. It's like we all need to go on strike and say, fine, we'll starve. I don't give a fuck. We die. We die. Now what are you going to do? Now what are you going to do? We die. Come on. Let us starve, motherfuckers. We don't give a fuck about your shit. You know what I mean? That's all it has to come down to.
They don't understand what
they
it's
do.
actually like to be in our
situation. No, they do.
They really don't.
No, they do. They just don't want to look at it. They don't want to look at it like that. They're only looking at their self. They're saving their asses. They're making an illusion up that they're helping us when they're not. It's all an illusion. It's all an illusion. That's all it is.
We're gonna go into Matrix now.
Yeah, Matrix. No, we're gonna.
Like,
I'm telling you.
We can go back to like pretty much every politician that's been in the news and all that shit. There are some that are trying, right?
Some.
They claim all this shit, blah blah blah. They don't actually have to deal with it though. Like,
that's
again,
nice houses,
they always say
have
some
their nice
are
dinners, have their nice beds.
I don't think none of them are trying. They're just saying it in speech. They always speak it, but they never fucking do it.
Got a small loan of $1 million.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's a small loan to your family.
Yeah, that's a small loan, all right. Yeah.
Like,
how about get a small loan of $10?
I can't even get a loan.
Exactly.
I have nothing to put up as collateral, and the fact that putting something up collateral to get extra money is bullshit because you're not trading anything for anything. You're trading the rights to something you already own for a bunch of paper that in the long run means fuck all.
Right.
And then you have to pay them more money to get them off your back. Like,
exactly.
It's just ludicrous.
All right. I think Richard wants to say something tonight. Hey, Richard, I'm going to let you in now, so make sure you introduce yourself. I'm not going to introduce you. You can stop clicking the fucking button, motherfucker. I sent you an invite. There you go. Introduce yourself. Robotic Richard. This is Robotic Richard, everybody.
Robo Richard.
Hey, Robo.
So, Richard, what are your takes on the expenses?
Expenses?
Expension.
Like, be specific about it.
Could be about anything. Just about things you buy. You know,
it's
your bills you pay.
Just
just general expenses.
Budgeting, making money.
Expenses
what
in
you
general.
do on the daily. How do you save money? How do you make money?
like I don't usually. I'm not much of a buyer. Like I'll buy something when it's cheap.
Welcome to my world.
But I'll buy something if it's like cheap and if I need it. Like, but if it's at an exceptional price, it's not cheap but expensive, I'll get it. Like, but
Right, I'm always going out for coupons or budgeting or trying to find the best prices. Like that Dollar Shave Club, like the first subscriptions to
God.
like certain things. I'm not, you get some pretty good stuff. Like
Yeah,
for
no, that's shave butter and stuff. I always think about doing that, but I don't shave, so there's no use for me to get it.
Yeah, but if you ever did, like, there's a lot of subscriptions like that. There's a lot of programs where you can actually do, like, trial things. So you get free stuff and you just kind of review them and you get to keep the products like deodorant, toothpaste, toothbrushes. I mean, it's really hard to find, but, without it being a scam. But, if you find something
it's
good,
not that it's a
worth
scam. It's what it is. Once you do
No,
the
some is a scam.
Do you wanna hear the thing about that?
What?
The average markup for an item that is sometimes even unbranded, the average markup price for something like that is 350% the cost of manufacture.
Oh, yeah, I know. That's why I always tell my customers that,
So
Rite Aid, sells their shit 200%. Like, no, they like 200% profit. They buy something for $1.50. You're gonna see on the shelf for like $15. I don't know.
That makes sense. That's how it is fucking over here.
That's why I'm glad at my pharmacy we can order certain things like shampoo, conditioner, body wash, like deodorant and stuff like that. We pay cost price.
What's the cost price on that? I bet you the Dollar Tree's cheaper. I love my Dollar Tree. Unless you can get it for 50 cents.
The stuff that the Dollar Tree sells.
Don't you say it's crap, because I got name brand shit from them, man.
It's not real stuff.
Yes, it is.
Still at a markup.
It's not real.
How is it not real?
They just market it that way.
Oh my god. So technically, I could say the same thing that you guys buy is not brand stuff. How do you know it's brand? It's just a label.
Because the company that we're getting it from.
But it's a company, though. It's just a brand, though.
No, it isn't.
So, like, if you were to buy, like, let's say, brand name degree deodorant compared to, like, Rite Aid or Walmart or at the dollar store, the stuff at the dollar store, there's so many articles about this. You're not getting the actual product, especially food. If you get, like, name brand food, there's a lot more chemicals in it. Not everything, but there's a lot more chemicals in it compared to like other locations. I remember going to the dollar store and I saw like Monster energy drinks and I was like, oh shit, cool. Only $1 for a giant thing of Monster energy drink? Yeah, I'll get some. But then when I peel back the labeling, like the actual, I noticed that there was some plastic wrap around it and I pulled it back and it came from like fucking Taiwan or something. It wasn't even Chinese. It was like some sort of weird foreign language, and I'm like, that's how they fucking do it. It's not real shit.
Yeah.
I never experienced that because I even fucking no.
If it is the real stuff, it ends up that, and I know this for a fact because research and shit.
Yeah, we can't believe anything on the internet, though. We can't believe anything on the internet.
Rejected products.
Rejected products, I do believe that because fucking I went through a couple grocery stores like that.
Or stuff about to expire.
Yeah,
stuff that are about to expire, rejected products. Yeah. Even though Dollar Tree's actually getting a little more higher up, that they're actually not accepting more. Because I've told, because I always looked at expiration dates every once in a while. I went to grocery stores where it expired the next day.
Yep.
But the Dollar Tree, I don't really come across on that shit with food, especially with food. I don't come across that stuff.
The dollar store is a wonderful place to get stale Pringles and flat.
It's not stale. I'm telling you, it's not stale. I don't know. You guys are listening to the internet way too much. I can tell you that.
No. I mean, I was dirt broke. I was like homeless for a little bit.
No, this is personal experience.
Yeah,
I've been shopping at the Dollar Tree since I was a kid, and I never got anything stale from the Dollar Tree. Never.
Well, I'm not. I haven't gotten anything stale. Maybe like
nothing
maybe
stale, nothing
maybe like a thing of
off-brand.
chips every once in a blue moon. But like the more you actually like do a little research and
Yeah,
now
but that's
that
the thing. You're just listening to the internet, though.
no, this isn't the internet. This is actual like stuff that I've experienced personally and all the work experience that I've gone through. I've worked at like so many retail stores. I've worked pharmacies, I've been homeless. I was fucking homeless.
I'm talking
for a
about the
little
Dollar
bit.
Tree. You're talking about other retail stores.
Well, compared to the Dollar Tree, that's what I'm trying to say.
Compared to the Dollar Tree, that doesn't
you
mean
buy
it's the
like
same.
rice-a-roni from the dollar store and you buy it at the grocery store and you try them both. You can tell a taste and difference.
I've done that. Because I bought this, alright, so I was, do you guys ever hear of a Wegmans?
Yes.
Alright, so basically, I saw hot dogs at the dollar store. $1, right? Got them. They were pretty good. So then I found them at Wegmans, so it was like $1.50, which I fucking really blew my mind. Because I thought Wegmans has really big brand stuff. Tried them. They still taste the same.
Well, I'm not saying it's for everything, but there's a lot of things that like I've experienced. Even Mr. Fiance, he's been broke most of his life. He lived in his car for a little bit, when he was younger. And, now that we're a little bit more financially comfortable and everything like that, like there's a lot of difference in taste with the food that we get.
Yeah, but that I think there's.
So, do you want to know the way that dollar stores and convenience stores in general fucking get
You can also say grocery stores too, because do you think
you.
grocery stores are not doing the same thing?
No, grocery stores do it as well.
See?
So the thing is, the less something costs, the less they have to get up. But the larger a product is, the more they can mark it up without people noticing because the math is more difficult.
Well, also, they try to put out all
what
the
they do
expired
at
stuff out in
places
front.
What they do at a dollar store is everything is either at a dollar value or is 99 cents or whatever. But what they do is they have some products where their cost is right on the line or slightly above of actually costing $1. But they sell all the other stuff below it for the same price, so that you get fucked over when you buy small stuff.
No. The only place that fucks me. Well, actually, no. I've noticed that with Dollar Tree because the fucking the Chef Boyardee shit is cheaper at the fucking grocery store than the Dollar Tree. And that's facts. The Dollar Tree sells Chef Boyardee shit for $1. You go to the dollar store, I can spend 50 cents. 50 fucking cents.
I mean, Chef Boyardee by itself isn't really that expensive. Same thing.
It isn't, but why is it 50 cents at the grocery store, which is supposed to be high brand, high class food, but the Dollar Tree sells it for $1 at a bigger price?
Actually, no.
Giving the illusion that the dollar is cheaper.
Chef Boyardee is some of the cheapest, most mass-produced.
No, it is because it's all processed. That's all it is.
It's all sugar and processed
it's
food.
processed and ezy to make. That's why. I fucking love that shit.
It
is really good.
They still kind of live up to their original
Kind of.
Which was to allow like food for the masses that wasn't too expensive but would still fill you up type shit. They just go about it wrong by making it food that's actually bad for you. The whole
Well, I mean, fuck. That's what
go back in history. Famous quote: "Let them eat cake." Do you know how much fucking sugar we eat nowadays?
Oh, we eat a lot
so
of
much
sugar,
of it.
sodium.
We're
We eat a
eating
lot of
stuff
shit.
that is not nutritionally good for us.
Mm-hmm.
We're basically eating cake all the time now.
Basically.
Yeah, that's why I read labels to stuff that I buy.
I gave up on that. I'd rather just die.
Nah, I read labels. I try to eat more vegetables, and even if I can grow it myself, hey, I would try to do that instead of just like buying it at stores.
See,
it's
either
I feel like they sprinkle a little bit of sugar on their cucumbers.
the way I am, it's either I'm gonna eat the food, or I'm just gonna starve. I don't care. That's the way I am. I'd rather just starve or just eat the food.
I started making my own bread during fall season and
My
winter.
mom's
I make
done
my
that.
own
She's
bread.
made her own bread. She's made a lot of bread.
It doesn't last that long, but the way that Mr.
good.
Fiance eats,
It's
he just
fucking good. No, it's
gobbles that
fucking
shit up.
good. The bread's really good. My mom made it once, and it's really fucking good.
Yeah, no, I can make batches and batches of it at a time, you know.
You have a
And
bread
I'm
maker, right?
You know what? No, I make everything by hand.
Oh, you do it by hand? Oh, that's even, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I have a mixer to help me mix it because it gets a little bit too
Wow,
tough
you have to
sometimes.
mix
But
it,
you know, I let it sit, you know, automatically. You know, I let it rest, you know, with the yeast, and I don't know.
Yeah, I bet you that's
I
some
do it
damn
the
good bread.
old-fashioned way. It takes me like 2-3 hours to make bread.
See, I think we should fucking do food the old-fashioned way, you know. Fucking just get that little cell, start growing a cow from a cell. You know, get it to become a cow. Then start churning butter. It's just like back in the
I've
old.
thought about making my own butter. Actually,
I was
I really
thinking about,
thought
you know,
of it.
because if you think about it, that's like I'm gonna say not closest to have the healthiest food, but very close. Because technically, we polluted this earth so fucking bad. There's so much fucking pollutants and fucking pesticides and all shit going through the air, the ground, the soil, the whole earth, the water, everything. We can't get away from toxins anymore. We can't. We just can't. So I don't know. It's very impossible to start natural. Anyways, Richard, do you have anything else to say, Richard? Richard, what do you have to say? Try, you dead?
No, I'm still here.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like, cause
I'm still here too. I'm just like helping my mom out.
Did he just say he's helping his mom out? Is that what he said, Troy?
Going through knee surgery.
No idea.
But yeah. Yeah.
So I will openly tell anyone that I hate humanity.
Oh fuck
Because
yeah.
humanity is the infrastructure and all that shit that
Exactly.
we have created. People in general, like, we create our own demise all the time. That's basically one of our primary functions at this point, is just killing ourselves. And that's why I can openly say I hate humanity. Some people are fine. Like, you know, people can be good people and all that shit. But look at what we've done. Like,
look what humanity's created.
We've polluted everything we've touched.
Mm-hmm.
We've destroyed nature wherever we walk. Like,
we made money.
We have so little control over everything that there are people trying to give us less freedom.
Yeah, well, we made money like it means something.
You know,
made money like it's supposed to be something powerful.
Money has truly become a god.
Yeah, at this point, it's like money should just be on the thrones of fucking, you know, Mount Olympus or fucking Mount Rushmore. You know, you might as well just have fucking all the dollar bills there. Fuck. You know, it's like it just makes the world go round. It's sad. It's fucked up. Fucking homeless people would be standing inside of the road. I gave a homeless person a handful of change one day. That's like a handful. I think I had a thumbtack in there though.
I'd rather buy them food than actually give them money.
That's exactly how I feel. It's just I didn't have no food. I'm like, I want to get rid of the change in my fucking shit. I'm like, you can have all these pennies.
I mean, despite, you know, the homeless person being there, all that change should go into a nice, you know, piggy bank or something.
Yeah, well, no, and I agree with you on that, DoMo. Yeah, I had a lot of homeless guys. I said, I have food in the fucking passenger. You want a cheeseburger? Like, I just bought McDonald's. You have a cheeseburger? I say, no, I just want money. Oh, well, fuck you then. Like, what the fuck? That means you're not actually homeless. You're just being a con artist. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I actually had a homeless guy, or quote-unquote homeless guy, just, you know, I offered, I'm like, hey, Dunkin' Donuts is right there. Do you want me to buy you, like, a breakfast sandwich and a coffee or a donut or something? And he's like, no, honestly, I'm just asking for money for drugs. And I'm like, well, then fuck you. You're not getting shit.
Yeah, exactly.
You could have had a free meal, but, you know, fuck you. Yeah. Same thing, I bought some guy a banana muffin, you know, at a convenience store, just, you know, with a little bit of leftover change that I had. And then I got out there and he was already gone. I'm like, what the fuck? Well, I guess it's my muffin now.
But yeah, I think con artists is what ruins it for fucking homeless people. Con artists just suck.
Yeah, we have a lot of them over here. It
Yeah.
pisses me the fuck
Yeah,
off.
they're everywhere. Yeah, I think they're everywhere, honestly, because con artists is just.
Yeah, but California's known for the homeless, you know. So
We're known for homeless too because we got.
I got people living like I don't live in like the suburbs or anything, but the desert suburbs, I guess you can say. And there's people like at the corner from my house, you know, and everything, who think that, and we live like in between us. There's like this abandoned building. I don't know what the fuck it used to be, but there's this parking lot, and the family that's like at the corner to me, you know, lets these people like just put their trailer like near the parking lot, and there's like a tent out there. So I got homeless living next to me. Ugh.
Yeah,
it's kind of annoying, actually.
It's really annoying because fucking I always have, every time I go to the gas station, I have this one homeless guy, which I don't think he's homeless because he always comes to me in different fucking clothing every fucking time. It's like he's drunk. To me, he just looks like a drunk who doesn't know where the hell he's at. But he always comes up to me, asks for food. I'm like, no, I don't have money on me. I don't have money on me because I just don't trust. That's the problem. I think. Between humanity, we lost trust within each other anymore. We lost trust. We really did.
I still try to have a lot of trust in humanity. Like, there's this one homeless guy who has a husky, and it's just him and his husky walking all over the desert, like, even in brutal, like, temperatures. It's really phenomenal. It's really sad, too, but sometimes he hangs out at the Dollar General right across the street from where I live. And, you know, he just sits there and chills out with his dog, and he doesn't really ask for anything, but anytime me or Mr. Fiance go in there, you know, we just like, I wonder what him and his dog can enjoy with each other, you know, because I can't imagine that his dog's eating too well, so we'll buy like a can of dog food, the one that he can just pop off the top, and like maybe some lunch meat or something, you know.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, here you go, man. And you know, I like him, you know, he doesn't ask for it, but he's just like chilling out in a place where if something comes, great. If not, oh well. Plus, people don't bug him to move.
Well, that's what when I gave that lady all that fucking change. I mean, I must have gave her like at least $2-3, which she could have easily went to the dollar store, bought herself some food or something, some cosmetic or something. I learned you can get a lot with $5 from a dollar store. I did not know that. You can literally get a lot for $5. You can get a lot.
There's some YouTubers that make challenges. You know, they're like, oh, I'm gonna make like 3 meals for the day with like $5. And they'll go to the grocery store and they'll buy like these tiny amounts of foods, but with the stuff that they can create at home or the stuff that places will give to you for free, like if you go to like a McDonald's or something and like, oh hey, do you have any extra ketchup packets, or do you have any salt pepper packets, or you know, you just, you know, or convenience stores or gas stations, you know, people don't give a shit. They'll just be like, yeah, go ahead, I don't care. You know, like those places where they have like the coffee makers with honey, sugar, creamer, and all that stuff. Man, if I want something, I'll put a handful in my pocket. But
wow,
you know,
taking free samples.
I mean,
I would do that too.
Ooh, honey in a packet. I'm gonna have some tomorrow too.
Exactly.
But this guy like made like breakfast, lunch, and dinner with like, you know, the stuff that he was able to collect, you know, at grocery stores and other places. And also he had knowledge of like, you know, different foods and things that you can eat in the wild, which is very, very knowledgeable. I mean, I think it's very necessary, you know, for them to teach, you know, kids in school actually what things to look out for in nature, just in case if anything were to happen, or if you're broke as shit, like this guy, he made himself nettle soup. You know, and he taught you how to actually make it without getting pricked. What?
One thing that I think everyone should have a copy of is the wild edible plants that are in your native area or in your
I see what you're saying.
Because that shit'll come in handy.
It really will.
Oh, yeah.
It really will.
Yeah, dandelions? Man, they're fucking healthy as shit for you.
Technically, so are worms, too. That's a lot of protein. I just don't know if I can eat a worm. How about you guys? Can you guys eat a worm?
I mean, you kind of put it in a fry pan.
I think if I could cook it, if I
cook
cook it, I might be able to eat it. If I
You know,
cook
it could be just like caramelized onions at some point.
Yeah,
Just put some onion powder on it.
Yeah, exactly. If I cook it, maybe I
I
can eat it.
mean, I've eaten live grasshoppers and grubs before, so.
Grasshoppers, I might be able to eat grasshoppers. They're nice and crunchy.
I mean, if my mom can, then I think I can.
They like try and grab your tongue. It's kind of fucking weird.
Oh, you make sure they're dead first.
Apparently, try ate them alive.
Well, you can cook them and like they taste really good, but you know all that whole we're going on a camp out. Here's a bunch of dares and shit thing. Like I've eaten bugs before.
I mean, I can see. Try it. Try just some interesting things.
Scorpions taste good though.
No, yeah, that I believe. Does that taste like crab? Is that like crab? Like try?
Scorpions actually do taste. Okay, so scorpions taste a little bit like spiders, and they both taste a little bit like crustaceans.
Okay, so what does that taste
but, like? It's not enough. It's not enough that they taste appetizing. It just has a very crunchiness to it.
Well, I can tell.
Crunchiness, yeah. And it's kind of hard to explain it, but it's mostly crunchy and then gooey. So.
Crunching it. It's crunchy with the gooey inside. Hey, Domo.
It's like a gusher.
Tasty!
I think I'm skipping dinner tonight. I'll save money.
There you go!
So,
Starve!
the important thing to keep in mind, though, is that cooked food is always more appetizing.
Oh yeah, it is. Oh, it definitely is. I love cook, especially like how you and I were talking about last night.
We watched that one movie. Wasn't it Lost? We watched recently.
No, it's Castaway. You and I watched Try. You're talking about Castaway. I think.
Castaway, right?
Yeah.
So eating an uncooked crab, it's just a bunch of slimy goo. But once you cook it, it like firms up.
If it stiffens
that
up.
happens with the majority. That happens with the majority of vertebrates and invertebrates that have an outer shell, including things like grubs and stuff. It makes them a lot easier to eat.
Even clams are like that. And oysters and mussels and all that. Because if you ever looked them, snails. They're all gooey. I don't know what the fuck's up with slugs though.
And there's cultures and shit where it's traditional to
eat a slug on a stick.
Things raw. Slugs firm up when you cook them, like most foods do.
I'm not eating a slug.
But like, you know, if you're having trouble making a fire, look for red meat because you can eat that shit raw.
No, you can't. What? No, can you? Yeah. Oh yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. Cause I'm thinking about chicken meat. Yeah, you can't eat chicken meat.
That's how I take that steak still alive.
Because you can eat fucking red meat.
So the thing is, like, if it is wet outside, collect bugs that come out for the rain. But since you can't start a fire, you should keep some like red meat either drying or just raw. Fresh caught, because it will sustain you a lot better than the bugs that come out when it's wet. Those are more of like a snack while you're going hunting and shit.
Hey, Troy, I'm starting to realize something here.
Or for catching fish.
I know we talk about you being homeless in 7 Days to Die, but do you live off bugs? It sounds like you have a lot of experience to this.
I used to go on campouts with.
No, I understand campouts. You know, I used to do a lot of crazy shit in campouts, but I mean, DoMo used to do a
But
lot of crazy.
I am a paranoid person, and so I try to make sure that I leave most of what I need to survive.
What if we can eat zombie meat?
And you turn into a zombie.
Would
I
we
would
turn into a zombie? What if
Never
we cook
eat
it?
zombie meat.
What if we cook it?
No.
You
Ugh.
would.
Ugh.
The thing is,
I mean,
it
yeah, it's just
wouldn't
rotting
be good
flesh,
for
but-
you
What, Try?
because you would have to cook through all of the rotten.
Oh, you had to cook it. I
order to
thought you
actually
said
eat
it
it.
will be good for you. That's what I thought you
And,
said.
Like, no, the thing is, rot, when it happens to flesh, is pervasive. Which is why, like, dead tissue in your body, it's not like it's on the surface, it's inward. Because it takes up mass of your body. So a zombie would be so full of rotten disgustingness that you'd have to cook basically all of it away to get anything, and it'd probably just end up being a slimy puddle.
No, actually, it'd probably be a fucking rock at that point. Because you're cooking all that shit away.
Well, no, because you'd have to burn all the fibers that are infected, and your body's made up of fibers, so it would turn into whatever isn't the fibers, which is mostly liquid.
Anyways.
I mean, cannibals, though, on the other hand, that's slightly different.
No, that's actually human beings. We can eat those. They're fresh meat.
For a
Yeah.
long period of time.
Try, why are you like
If
stuttering
it
like you
is
ate a
for
human
short
being
period
before?
Survival, humans are fine. I've thought about it at times. But no, if it's an
As we all did.
emergency, if it's an emergency and somebody is freshly dead from something that isn't a disease, like a human body contains all the nutrients that a human body needs to survive. Go figure. But long term, it does have psychological effects from when you're eating the meat in the first place, but also it has like a secondary psychological effect from
Here's
some of the
Here's everybody watching.
enzymes and stuff that are in human flesh.
Here's everybody watching
Because
Late Night Cast when this comes
We
out.
are not
Oh my god, what's the matter with Trifesta?
we're not specifically built for eating ourselves.
Is Trifesta gonna
Like,
eat us?
You can get a very poisoning in blood.
The
Because
last
your body's not
episode
built for it.
of Late Night Cast.
Yeah, Trifesta just eats everybody. Just because he didn't have enough money for food.
Now, the first thing that goes is pets.
Pets are fucking cute and nice to have, but they're a lot of fucking money.
Pets than people.
A lot of fucking money.
Pets than
Good source
people.
of food, though. We always talk about what
that is the
animal
order
we
thing.
would eat first if we didn't have any food.
I only have one arrow doesn't have enough meat or bones for me. I'm fucked. I'm gonna eat myself.
Yeah, but it's still just
Here's
a
the thing.
little bit enough protein in order for your body to function.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe it can last me for a week. Maybe.
Your body doesn't need as much food as you probably eat.
That is true, because you can actually starve a very long time. You can actually starve for a couple weeks.
You can
Yeah,
survive
'cause-
7 days, sometimes up to 9 days without any food, but you can only survive 3 days without water.
Sounds like Try is thinking about 7 days to die right now.
Yeah.
He said 7 days.
That's 7 days is the amount of time that the average person can survive without food.
Hmm.
Because without the food, your organs will shut down.
Wait,
But your organs will shut down in 3 days if you don't have water.
I think Richard changed from robotic Richard to dead Richard now. Because he has to say a goddamn word.
Yeah, his microphone's not.
Oh no, it's working, but he muted
No,
himself.
I
It's
think
dead,
we're-
Richard, now.
We are way off topic.
Oh, well, hell of off topic. Let's huddle back a little bit. So, how do you guys feel about schooling? I know you talked about this try, and DoMo, you already said it is bullshit. It is absolutely bullshit.
I
But
think it's educational in the sense of like you can't if you can't study and learn something on your own and you actually want to learn something and maybe do it for a possibility, it might be, better for educational purposes, but in order to get a job, I think it's actual bullshit. You can actually get jobs by on-job training. Do you think I went to school to become a pharmacy technician? No.
You probably just did on-job training, or you didn't do any training at all.
I had no training at all. I was a cashier at CVS, and all the techs quit, and they're like, "Oh, hey, you want to be a tech? I'll give you $1 more." And I said, "Fuck yeah, I do," with no training.
So school has its place if it does its job right. It teaches us obedience and complacency.
Basically.
But that's laxed now. It teaches us mathematics, history, and social studies. That stuff is actually useful. Science, one of the most amazing things to ever exist. They don't teach it right. Like, we live in a society now where
history is more important.
History is less important to everyone nowadays.
No, it's more important because everybody looks back in the past. If you think about it, try.
No. It should be more important. Than it is.
It could be.
Most people don't know about their own country's history.
No, not really. that is a fact.
Or let alone the history of other countries and places. The thing is, you're supposed to have a base knowledge of the world as you're going into high school, where you are supposed to branch out into whatever industry you are supposed to be going into. And that's fine, because that was set up a revolution. Before that, it was all job training. You would go into a career from the start, and you would learn what you needed for that career.
Well, it's either it should be on job training
now,
and it should be on the job training.
Yeah,
but it's not like that anymore.
Right now, the way it's going is that you have a basic knowledge of like how to be a person going into high school, where you learn a bunch of random shit you're probably never going to use, and then you're supposed to move into college, learn a bunch of other shit that you may or may not never use, and then you're supposed to find a job with all this knowledge that you're supposed to have, but you don't.
Well, yeah, it's like, you're supposed to find a job with the knowledge that you don't, and then when tax season comes up, what's this? Yeah. They don't teach you taxes in high school,
hell no.
Why don't they?
I didn't do taxes for like 6-7 years because I didn't know how to do it.
Yeah, and that's fucked up. Thank God my mom and dad taught me how to do taxes. Because if they didn't, I would have been fucked. Because my school didn't teach me anything about taxes.
Still don't know how to do it. I have Mr. Fiance do it.
Yeah, it's difficult.
So, the best way, in my opinion, to do schooling is that you learn how to be a basic human in grade school. That's fine. You should be thinking about what you want to do when you're in junior high. In high school, you should be learning things that cater to what job you want to have. And you should be able to switch classes in high school if you decide that you fit well into whatever it was. And then, towards the end of high school and into college, it should be all apprenticeships, so that you can actually pick something you like and enjoy doing and are good at. But there's people getting out of college that are just barely starting to learn what they want to do.
Yeah.
because they don't have a
Yeah.
chance.
That's a dumb
Which
chance.
is like, whenever I hear somebody talking about how their parents want them to get a higher education,
That's
I
not gonna
hate hearing that, because the higher education means nothing if you don't already have a job you're doing.
It's not
And
even
if
job. You gotta have work
You want them
experience.
to not have a job while they are doing school. Like, you come out of college with no work experience
Mm-hmm.
and just a bunch of knowledge that may or may not even attain to whatever you end up doing for the rest of your life.
And that's if they had an internship or not.
It's dumb. Having internships or working at a temp agency is a fantastic way to learn what you want to do.
Exactly.
But a lot of people don't get that chance, or if they do, they use it as an excuse to just go from job to job being lazy.
Yeah, exactly. That's not how it's supposed to work.
To find what you do.
Yeah, that's not how it's supposed to work.
Like, I picked what I want to do, and I'm working towards it. It's going to be fucking difficult, but it's something that I enjoy. Right?
And that's good.
If I end up somehow hating motorcycles down the line, I will change.
I can't see that happening because you have a passion for them now.
It's a fun job. It requires some tactical and mechanical thinking. You know, it's something that I can work on with both my hands and my brain. I can put any design element in that I want to, based off of my ability to think in 3 dimensions. And also, like, I have classical training as an artist that I don't do anything with. Like, I didn't even finish high school, so nobody will care dirts to sand for me. So I have to find my own way to do stuff. Right? Like, I can be successful. It just takes a lot more work than it should.
Yeah.
People
get fucking handouts and take advantage of
all sorts
them.
of jobs at the age of 14. Like, as a 14 or 15-year-old, you used to be able to get a job because the way the education system was set up at the time was meant for getting people into the workplace. And now it's just some overinflated big hoo-ha about random shit you usually don't end up using.
Exactly. Basically, at this point, they just want us working. They want us working in whatever job they want us to work, not what we want to work. That's what it's coming down to. They want us to work a job that they want us to work, not what we want to work, but what they want us.
Well, no, the thing is, they don't care. They don't care if we're successful.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say.
It's set up to make us successful. Yeah. It's set up to make us know a bunch of useless shit.
Yeah. And then
they don't care how successful we can be as long as we have as much information as they can pump into us, which doesn't help anybody.
It doesn't. It really doesn't, because that's why my mom and dad always argue with me on this, but I always said how we work as an entry level or lowest man on the stick. I always call it modern day slavery. I don't care what the fuck anybody says. When you're working barely just to pay your bills, or not paying your bills at all, but you're making enough money, but you still are losing money paying your bills, that's basically slavery. I'm sorry, that's modern day slavery. I know slavery, yes, is whipping people back in the Egyptian times and fucking with the fucking African Americans. I get all that crap. I understand all that. But if you think about it modernly, it's kind of fucking sad. I don't know. That's just my opinion on that. So yeah. I feel like if you're entry level, they want you to stay entry level. They don't want you to move up. They don't care. Like you just said, Try. They don't care if you're successful.
What is entry level?
And well, entry level. Yeah, what is
Like,
entry level? Honestly,
literally, what is entry level?
because
Because there have been people who have good connections through family or other shit. They can enter into the business world as a manager, but then others are just fucking burger flippers. So what exactly is an entry level anything?
exactly, because they always say, oh, like a McDonald's or like a Wendy's, like a Taco Bell. They always say, oh, that's for high school students. That's only for high school students.
It could be for anyone.
No. They say it's for high school students.
They-
We're not supposed to be working there because we're adults. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? That's why they don't want to give minimum wage.
Work
They
wherever
will
you feel happy. If you're happy
They will
flipping
not
burgers,
hire.
then more power to you.
Exactly. That's why they don't want to give $15 an hour because they think they. Well, I mean, I don't want to give a high school student $15 an hour. I agree with that. But on the other spectrum, when somebody's like 50 years old, trying to struggle on retirement, working on a McDonald's, flipping burgers, I'm like, fuck, he's trying to live. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Again, though, like,
Ow.
if you have a degree that is anything above a basic degree, you cannot get hired at McDonald's because you overqualified to flip burgers.
That is true.
That
Also-
happened to me once.
They will not.
Yeah.
They will not hire people
Try is
who
right.
have
He is
more
absolutely right.
knowledge in the business than they require to actually flip the burger.
And I got turned down from warehouses
Like,
because I
I
had that
took-
knowledge.
I got turned down from a comic book store because my
took-
other job was a farm tech. And there was
Mhm.
a long wait list to get hired there or even get an interview. But because I knew someone, I was able to get an interview and my resume was too impressive. He was just like,
Mhm.
I was expecting someone, like a high school student or someone that just got out of high
Yeah,
school
definitely.
type thing. He's pretty much said I'm too qualified for the position. I'm like, oh, well, thanks for giving me the opportunity, I guess.
Made me wait here for 40 fucking minutes,
Yeah,
asshole.
But the other thing about that is they don't care if you have a high school level education because they will only hire people that are either in high school or have a diploma.
It's
So
not.
people like me who didn't finish high school, I can't flip a burger because I'm not currently in school.
It's not only that though, because like they'll hire especially at my previous job, they'll hire felons, people who kill people who fucking
Oh, yeah.
did basically
Well,
felonies. So
I can understand hiring.
fuck that shit. I'd rather have somebody who doesn't have a diploma than having a felon.
If
Yeah.
if they are legitimately a reformed person, I can understand.
Well, if they did their time in jail and they got out, I'll respect them a little more
Yeah.
then.
Now those
Yeah.
in those in jail jobs, they should just stick to that after they get out of jail.
Yeah, exactly. But
Just
no.
visit the jail and just keep doing your job, just make, some money.
But try.
Yeah.
That'll be like between
So-
you and a felon and getting the same job, right? Getting the same exact job, being a welder, right? You and a felon. This guy killed 65 fucking people,
Oh.
but he's trying to get the job. Who do you
No,
think should
no.
get the job first?
See,
him
that's-
or you?
65 fucking people. He's probably gonna
That's
go
not
into
a fair.
the death
That's
row.
No, he'll get the job over try. Unfortunately.
That's not a fair degree of, because I don't give a fuck what they did in the past. If they're good enough job and they're an okay person now, that's all that matters to me.
Well, I do. You are right there, Trey. You are right there.
I used to
You are
know
right.
somebody. I used to know somebody who worked on power lines, right? Like he goes up there 40 to 100 feet in the air working on fucking power lines without like harnesses some of the time because he has to do the welding and shit in awkward positions. Like, and he used to be a felon.
But he
Thing is,
kicks
though,
ass at
he's
his job.
really good at his fucking
Yeah, he
job.
kicks ass at his job,
And
yeah.
far be it for me to stop him doing it because, he is mark.
Yeah.
Like there are some places where if you have good enough behavior and you are
Well, yeah, and that's how it should be, because that leads me back to
in jail,
my other.
they will give you work to do, and it's a form of both self-appreciation and also giving you value, and also allowing you to find, creative and constructive things you can do. That's what jail is supposed to be for. Reform. It's not supposed to be an end all.
Well,
a lot of
Benjamin Franklin had that with the jail.
Everything's going to hell.
He had Benjamin Franklin made the jail, because he made Eastern State Penitentiary. He made that jail so criminals can reflect and regret what they did. And what you just said, basically, that's a perfect representation of reflecting and regretting of what you did and trying to change for the better. And that also leads back to what I was saying.
It takes more.
Oh, it does.
For some people.
Oh, no, it takes a lot more, because that's
actually start improving themselves.
That leads me to back when I said a couple minutes ago, where too many people think back in the past. Oh, well, you got fired from this job, or, oh, you killed these people, or, why are you a felon? Oh, what was that misdemeanor about? Or, stupid shit like that. I mean, how about you get to know the person before you start jumping to conclusion? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that.
And I noticed that with people nowadays, they always look back in the past. It's companies, it's individuals. I mean, I fucking see it all over the internet.
Looking into the past to learn for the future is important. But the thing is, people take what they find, what small amount of information they find, and try and tack it onto people regardless of whether or not it actually fits.
Exactly. It's frustrating. It's just annoying. Yeah. I guess Richard
World
died.
sucks.
World sucks. Life sucks. Life's expensive. Humanity destroyed everything. Fuck.
Money is worth more when there's less of it.
Exactly. There's your fucking lesson there, kiddies. Kitties. Did I just say kitties? Wow.
Yeah, you did.
I guess Richard died. So I guess it's just us three. This fucking. I'm not even gonna put him in the title. He died. He died.
Oh, you want to talk
Poor
about
Richard.
something else that has to do with expenses?
Oh, well, what was that?
Fossil fuels. Oh my god. Okay, we have the ability, right, to plant fields of sustainable plants that can be harvested and turned into both oil and fuel without requiring us to ruin any landscapes or habitats whatsoever.
Elaborate.
We could replace gasoline. We've been able to forever. Originally, motors were meant to run off of alcohol.
Yeah, methanol. Yeah, you're right.
And then they were changed because they're like, oh, hey, we want to make more money. So now
we gotta destroy the planet.
All the cars and shit to run off of gasoline.
Oh, yeah, I see what they did there.
Because this runs off of alcohol.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
They
Fuck, we
put
go to
all
the
these
liquor store and get some vodka put in her
contraptions
tank.
and gaskets and shit. Like, some modern cars can still run off of alcohol, but they have to go through a lot of changes, or they have to have an onboard computer, and you have to dial shit in to make it work.
Well, the time these kids have kids, they're gonna be
simple engines. Simple engines. That's why I love small engines. It's a lot easier to make a small engine work off of any other fuel type than gasoline than it is for a larger engine, because the complexity isn't there.
But what about the electric engine?
Electric is an interesting thing. There's not enough infrastructure for electric to be economical for most places. However, things like electric lawnmowers and drills and shit that work off of
I'll start calling them Dr. Try.
or similar batteries, those are actually pretty efficient to use. The only problem is, of course, that a lot of our electricity is still based off of burning. So, you know, your shit could be electric and you're not directly responsible for pollution, but down the line somewhere, somebody's burning fuel to make a generator move, and it's kind of a mess.
Sounds like diesel fuel.
Your diesel fuel is also interesting.
It is interesting because
be made out of plants, which if biodiesel was refined, it could be used to replace regular gasoline.
You know what the funny thing is? Diesel is actually starting to be a little cheaper than gas.
It doesn't pollute the air. Diesel doesn't pollute the air, it pollutes the ground.
That's what I'm saying. Diesel is actually starting to be a little more cheaper than fucking gas soon. I don't know if you... it's around my area. I don't know about your area.
In the end, diesel isn't any cleaner for the environment than
no, it's not.
Gasoline.
It's really not.
It's just they pollute different aspects.
It's because they have those glow plugs.
Everything. Well, it doesn't have to be about the glow plug either. Like,
I'm just gonna ride my fucking bicycle at this point.
Smog that comes off of burning diesel, it settles on the ground. That's literally the only difference.
Damn. Fucking damn.
You know, it's like, okay, let's put it like things in nature that can be destructive.
Human beings.
Swamp gas. Right? Swamp methane exists and swamp gas exists. It can be poisonous as all hell and it poisons the air. But volcanic ash settles to the ground, and they're both just as dangerous because they'll suffocate you. Well, gasoline is like swamp gas. It fills the air and it can kill you, you know, having too much residual crap in the air. And diesel leaves shit on the ground. But, like, as an individual or even as a group, we don't have the outreach or anything to stop them from burning all this shit.
But
that, you know,
the thing
is naturally buried for a reason. We would have to come together as a planet to larger companies from polluting everything.
Speaking of gas, you know what's funny to me?
Which people don't care enough.
You know what's funny with gas, right? You know that gas prices keep rising up, right? I mean, I'm sure we all fucking see it. Alright, here's what I don't understand. We all recognize this is rising up. But yet, we still fill up our tanks. I understand driving to work, you know, all that shit, you know, driving to groceries, the kids you have to, you know, get food and all that. I understand all that. But then driving to a bar, or driving to a club, or a movie theater, or an event, if we're that fucking bad at fucking that gas is too expensive, why are people still wanting, I gotta go on vacation, oh, I gotta go do this, I gotta go do that? I'm like, you just complain about gas money, but yet you're wasting gas.
Have enough money.
I understand you don't have enough money, but why waste the money, though, going on a vacation?
Sometimes people need a vacation.
We do. I mean, we do. We need happiness in our life. We do. It's just...
I need a vacation.
We all need vacations. I mean, even Trifesta. Look at them.
I'm willing to
most
spend the money for a
people
fucking
are
vacation.
not
Yeah, but Domo, you also know how to budget.
most
Some of these people I'm talking
are
about don't know how to
not
budget.
wealthy
Yeah,
enough.
not all the time though.
Most people are not wealthy enough to afford an alternative energy source.
Oh, are you saying like as in like electric cars or like
And
solar
those
panels type
that
of thing?
are, yeah, most people can't afford that shit yet. And the ones that are, there's only a small portion of them that actually care enough to not use gas-related stuff. But the thing is, like, alternative sources for everything energy-related, including vehicles, solar, wind, water, all of that stuff has been like literally held back by the oil and gas companies.
Oh, yes, definitely. It's because they
don't want to lose money.
Yeah, I think for years they made gas so cheap, then they want to rise it up on
hold the world in
purpose.
their hand and strangle it.
Mm-hmm. They're trying to hold on to us as hard as they can.
Hold a strangle on, and like you can get solar and wind generators installed on your house.
I was thinking about getting a window.
But then you have to pay a shitload of money to have them installed, and then you also have to pay taxes on them.
So in some respects, you're not even fucking saving money on it.
Well, you spend... The thing is, they make spend so much money on getting them and the upkeep that it takes about an entire human lifetime to pay it off. Really.
That's a story about
the thing is, if you take whatever company you got say, solar panels from, and you go back into what companies promote them and which ones promote those and which ones promote, all goes back to the fucking oil companies because they own power.
I can see that.
Like,
I see it. Yeah, I see it.
It is so difficult. It is so difficult to change what energy source your house and everything you own is powered off of, that the only person so far that has successfully been able to go off the grid while still having electricity and all that shit is fucking Tesla.
Yeah, Tesla's killing it. I'm not gonna lie.
Because
Tesla's killing it.
They have enough money and backing from fucking Elon Musk that they can go off grid and have enough power generation to do whatever they want with.
Yeah.
But we don't have the money to push past the oil companies.
I'm just gonna stick to my 2001. and Trifesta, he has to do his fucking mini bike.
But like, if I can have my way, that mini bike is going to be running off of either.
Oh, you want natural?
Ethanol, or it's either going to be running off of ethanol or propane or butane.
Well, technically, try. You can drag race that shit. You can technically drag race that shit. You can ethanol that, because I've seen mini bikes getting drag raced. But I know you want to roam around your town and all that. Did anybody want to explain to Nathan and Tia that nobody underage can be here?
Like,
carry on, Troy.
Where are they?
They're in the audience.
No. Stop it. Well, Tia's just chilling.
Tia is chilling. It's Nathan that's just
the thing
Nathan.
Is, you...
I mean, he's waving.
He's waving at us. He's waving at us like he's a fan of you, Domo. He loves you, Domo. Carry on, Troy. Sorry.
You can buy. Like, you cannot buy a conversion kit for a car or for a small engine it to adapt to use different fuel types, but you can buy a multi-fuel generator and then swap a thing off of it and put it onto another engine.
I've heard of that. I've actually heard of that.
Because the technology required to do that, you either have to make yourself or fuck off. Because using alternate fuel is being held back. Like, as much as they possibly can.
Yeah.
So yeah, one of these days I'm gonna have to buy a generator and fuck that shit.
Right?
Hey, DoMo, how much are your vet bills for your animals?
I don't take them regularly. I take them only when needed or if I
Only when
feel
needed.
it's necessary for my older animals.
No, understand.
Like if I like my cat, she's like 15 something years old. I don't know. She's still hanging around, but she's also, when I first got her, she's just, really antsy and hates people picking her up. Now she doesn't give a fuck, but now I think it's time to actually, take her to the vet. And it's not that bad, actually. It's not that bad. There's actually a place out here that's fairly cheap for vaccines, chips, and, neutering, spaying, and all that stuff. There's a lot of places that you can find that are, cheaply cost or anything. Or you can actually give your animals their own vaccines. Just, make sure you document it or keep the bottles. When we got our husky, instead of going to the vet for his baby shots and everything, you can actually go to this tractor trailer supply store, buy the buy the injections, the little vial, and then you can inject it into them yourself. But I hate doing that. So the benefit of working in a pharmacy, I would have my pharmacist do it.
I couldn't do that to Ariel because she'll fucking bite my arm off, and she's a little cat.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Stabs me in the neck with her paw.
We have a lot of tractor supply as well as farming and cattle supply stuff. You can go in and be like, hey, I've got a dog and it needs its shot. They'll ask, what shots do you need? If you know, you tell them. If you don't, you probably just give them the general stuff that they need. You can just go up to the counter and be like, hey, I have this animal and it needs its shots. And they can get them for you. They even have them in glass cases and shit so you can see what they have in stock.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's what I like about it. And like I said, benefits of working in a pharmacy, I just ask my pharmacist to do it for me.
You can get your pharmacist to get you a lot of things. A lot of things that cost a lot of money. Fucking money.
Oh.
Fucking money.
I save money by buying certain things at the pharmacy, I'll tell you that.
I remember when I used to work at my last job.
Yeah.
I got a lot of free things from there. I spent a lot of money on it.
I can get a bottle of shampoo for $1.50. That's normally $5-6 in the, at Walmart.
I thought you were gonna say a 5-figure discount. And you just swipe her off the fucking shelf. I do not condone that. I do not condone that, people. It's not fucking right to do the 5-figure discount. It's stealing.
Yep. No stealing. Unless you're hungry and you steal from a corporate company.
Yes, unless you're food, I do give an exception to food, but sometimes there's other people that are starving out there. I don't think I could steal for myself if I'm hungry. I could steal for somebody else for being hungry, but I'd rather starve and have somebody else fed than me being fed. You know what I mean?
No, I feel that, but sometimes you gotta take care of yourself too. That's the one thing of humanity doesn't understand. You can stand there and help as many people as you can, but in the long run, you gotta pay attention to yourself as well. Who's gonna pay attention to you except for you?
Oh yeah, absolutely, definitely, absolutely. You have to.
As much as companies and corporations are stealing from us, we should still try to be the bigger person.
Not steal? Is that what we're trying to say? No matter how much they're fucking ripping us off from taxes.
If you can help it.
I mean, I barely fucking steal. I don't steal. Like, I mean, when I steal, I regret it afterwards, so I stop it. So I don't really steal as much as some people probably do. At my last job, fucking a guy used to load 2 pallets of Uncrustables on his truck and just drive away. Literally, take the forklift, load them on his truck, and just leave. And he was a manager there yet. So yeah, he's still... Tia, for God's sakes, you have to be fucking 18 or older. One of you guys can understand this. Try, Domo, do you guys want to help me out with this?
Let me go back here.
But,
Tia, Nathan! No!
Once upon a time.
you can ask a serious question in cast chat, Tia. Carry on, Try. But,
Once upon a time, a kid stole a candy bar and got a slap on the wrist and had to take it back and apologize to the manager. Problem is, that $50 ain't gonna save fucking anybody.
I was in that
But
position
the thing
once,
is,
except
like,
I was the manager part. That was very awkward.
You are taught not to steal as a child, but then as an adult, when you go into business, you are taught exactly how to steal from people and get away with it. So it's like,
Oh, yeah. It's stealing legally.
Do that.
You know, that's why they have, certain marketing shelves in, like, corporate companies, like CBS when I used to work there. You know, there's, like, we had this conversation yesterday where it's, they have, like, their certain specific items or,
Yeah.
they get more money by placing certain things in certain parts of the store.
Business law dictates the best places to put things to make people spend as much time in your store as possible, because the more time they spend in your store, the more likely they are to buy more.
And that's why they put the pharmacies in the back.
yeah, I've noticed
while you're
that.
Waiting for your...
You work in a pharmacy, Domo. Why do they put pharmacies in the back? Why? I never understood that.
Because
Every
then
pharmacy
you have to
I
go
walk
through all the other
Well,
aisles to get to it.
Yeah, it's a good business tactic.
Corporations like CVS, Rite Aid, Walgreens, and all that stuff, yeah, it is a good tactic to actually be like, oh, let me walk through the store and see what things I can actually buy, and then I'm going to get my medications. And, they take fucking forever. And they're like, oh, okay, let me just shop around the store. Let me just wander around the store waiting for my medications. And they, a lot of the time they always end up with like maybe a couple things, maybe, a whole cart full of things, but they still have that sale and they're charging a lot more than what they paid for. So much more than what they paid for.
Yeah, I have noticed that.
The prices of just like children's, Motrin, liquid Motrin, on our shelf, even though our cost is like $1.50 and the sticker says like, $6, if I want to help someone out, I'll be like, okay, just, give me $3 even for it. We're still making a little bit of profit and I'm helping the person out at the same time and I'm not overcharging them. But I go to Walgreens and it's fucking like $15 for the same exact thing, same exact manufacturer. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. It's brutal.
That's fucking very brutal. I mean, that's more brutal than Capt Brutality. I mean, fuck.
And you see someone down the aisle, oh my God, honey, what a good deal. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ.
What are you talking about? I feel going broke and I'm not even buying it.
Yeah. They put all the small items that are quote unquote inexpensive, that are flashy, up by the registers, because when people sit in line and look at them, they're more likely to buy a bunch of small shit at the very end, just to get that one last little stab in the gut.
Mm-hmm.
They're called impulse aisles, by the way. They're not called cashier lines.
Somebody farted. Was that you, Try? Did you fart? Did you fart from all the money you had?
No, that was my phone. You think I have money?
Nah, we all don't have money here. That's why we're having this whole conversation.
I buy one game. I buy one game at the beginning of the month and I'm fucking broke.
Yeah, that's how I am. Like, I wanted to buy a game. I forgot what game it was on Steam. Like, It was only like $5. No, I'm gonna save money. So when you get down to that point, it's like, yeah, life sucks.
Yeah, I'm really bad when it comes to that because if I see a game for $5, I'm like, it's just $5.
Yeah, I can tell that, Mrs. Cockroach Simulator.
It was 99 cents. Come on now.
I think even Loco hesitated on that. It was a funny thing.
I mean,
No, it's only 99 cents. You're alright, Domo. It's not that much money. It's like the 99-cent apps in the App Store. It's not that much. It's just, for me, I don't like spending money. I hate it. I really hate spending money.
Plus, I got that 7 Days to Die game for $8, and on Steam it's like $25.
Oh, that's good shit then. Yeah, you got me together here.
If you haven't heard of instant gaming, I highly suggest it.
Is it, wait. So it's got to be like G2A then?
What do you mean?
Because G2A is supposed to have like...
under the same premise.
Yeah, I think Try knows what G2A is. G2A is basically a website
that
has like...
G2A. I thought you said GTA.
No, G2A. G2A.
Yeah, that's the thing that Tia sent a link for that Naruto game from Mr. Fiance, but I was able to find it. I trust instant gaming, and I don't know, I got a lot of good fucking like games for like mad cheap on that website.
Jesus Christ, Tia, we're not ignoring you. You just had no viable questions. If you want to fucking us to fucking ask a question, I'll fucking stay, and then we can answer the fucking question. That's what I meant. It's just you're too young to join the chat, Tia. Otherwise, Try's gonna kill you with a knife. Nah, it's too easy, right, Try? Yeah. I don't know. Well, that means it's been an hour and 46 minutes. You guys have anything else to say? Nothing else special?
Just
that life sucks.
Money is just difficult and
evil. Even the penny. Even having a fucking penny.
I hate the fact that I actually have to be excited for my paycheck every other week. That to be excited for Mr. Fiance's paycheck, every other week. Just so I can be like, oh, I can finally get that thing off of Amazon that I've been meaning to get, protein powder or some shit. Collagen. All the things that I want to get just to be healthy. It sucks that they make healthy food so
expensive
much
as hell, exactly.
Expensive.
Yeah. They only do that so you can be healthy. It goes back to what we're trying to say about survival. They want you to survive, but they want you to pay the price. You know what I mean?
One of the reasons why I'm broke is because, I get healthy food or as much as I can. There's these like tofu sausage dog things. There's 5 of them in a pack for $5.25 or something like that. That's $1 a sausage it's fucking ridiculous. But I do it, tofu is pretty inexpensive though. I do like tofu. You can make some good pudding out of that. But, just getting a salad. A salad is more expensive than a burger. That's depressing.
Yeah. Fucking life is depressing. Money's depressing. Humanity's depressing.
Yeah, but you don't want to try to get it,
it's stuck in your head.
Being too depressing and stuff like that, or else you're gonna go through like a never-ending spiral.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. That is a fact.
Yeah. Like I try to lift my spirits up, a little bit here and there by.
But even when I'm starting this new job, I'm starting in a warehouse, but I don't know. I kind of have good vibes. I don't know. I'm having good vibes right now. I'm kind of happy. I don't know. I just have good vibes, It might be a fucking bullshit, here. But you know what? It's bullshit, but it's bullshit 5 minutes away from home. That's all I'm happy about. I don't have to fucking drive to work drunk for all I care.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, I think...
By the way, how much time are you running at now?
How much what?
We're at 1 hour and 48 minutes. I mean, I guess we could pretty much wrap it up here. We've been rambling on with our oh my god, Tia, that is just racist. That is racist, Tia. God damn it. God damn it, Tia. God damn it. God damn it.
Oh Lord.
I mean, I said some things. I said a lot of things, but that is just racist. Anyways, yeah, I think that pretty much sums it up. But yeah, whenever this goes up, put it in the comment section. Just what do you guys fucking think expenses are? What are your priorities in spending money? Like, what is your budgeting? Or what fucking, do you think money's important? Do you think money's evil? Like, fuck. Do you want to fucking kill everybody? Like, try. I don't know. Like, fuck.
Cannibalism. Once again, cannibalism.
Yeah. But yeah. I think that pretty much sums it up.
Cannibalism is a subtopic on every single one of these.
I think cannibalism at this point, it's gotta be the topic, We gotta eat people, some people deserve to die and be eaten, It's just how it comes down to it. I mean, fuck, we can sell cannibal meat. So cannibal meat, yeah, this is just cow. This is just cow.
Any information discussed may not be the views of any of the people in the cast.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I mean, at least it seems like I think Eddie joined for a while. Richard was dead. Yeah, I gotta give it to T and Nathan. They at least joined us. Other than that, I'll end it here. Yeah.
Discussion is advised.
Oh wow, that's why it's only adults only up on the stage. Yeah, I'm really gonna fucking start. I'm not gonna ban T. I'm not gonna just ban T. I think Nathan's just gonna go bye soon. I don't know. Nathan's just getting on my last nerve. Anyways, but yeah, what do you guys think? Throw it down in the description. Put a like, but fucking like it, dislike it. Who cares? But yeah, subscribe to the fucking channel if you just stumble across this fucking. Actually, I don't even know what I call this. Late night cast. Money. Expenses, motherfucker. Money is the rule of all evil. But other than that, Capt Brutality signing out. DoMo. Signing out. Trifesta. Signing out.
See you later.
Adios!